think we have, well, I thought we had Wayne Blair. Is he? Wayne, we'll give you the floor for prayer.
Okay,
Oh, wait, no.
let's go to God and ask for help. Father, we come before you now because we realize that these people have to make decisions. It's not easy. Most of the time, probably it is not easy to make decisions. We need your help. We ask for your help. We ask too, God, that you will inspire everybody, that there will be unity in our community. I love Fayette County. I've been here for years. I would like to see it continue and that we could prosper and that people would love to be here. So we ask your blessing upon this meeting. We ask your blessing upon every person that's involved in the meeting. And God, we pray again that there will be unity in Fayette County. And we ask it in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Call this regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to remind everyone to please silence your phones and welcome everyone here today. I apologize for our lateness. Is there a motion for the minutes?
I'll move to approve minutes.
Second the motion.
Motion made and seconded for the approval of the minutes. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. All right, we'll move. We'll move on to department heads. Jay, have something for us today?
A little bit. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
We been pretty busy with all the storms been going through here lately. We went up to Bentonville and helped them clean up some of the debris off the side of the road so it wouldn't be back out on the road on us. But they still got a pile up there. I'm just waiting on them to call and see if they want more help or not. We're I'm gonna bring in, I brought in 2 more part-time. I'm trying to get at least 4 in there, so when we start paving and chip sealing, we can have somebody out in front of us patching the roads as we go along, because it's not good to chip seal over holes in the road.
Amen.
It just makes another hole in the road. But I've already got 2 people I brought in, and I need to go to the council and get the 144s for them. But I'll do that at the next meeting. Do you need to know names of 2 people I brought in?
Probably for the record, yeah.
Okay. Bob Gabbard. He's run equipment. He's been trying to get on down there. He started Monday, and then Cameron Taylor. He's just a laborer. He don't have a truck driver's license, but he'll be all right for shoveling and stuff like that. They both seem to be good workers, so we'll see how that works out.
Motion to approve the 2 hirings.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second it.
I'd like to find at least 1 more. That'd give me 4, because I have 1 already.
Motion made and seconded to approve the 2 hirings of part-time. Any questions for Jay on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3 ayes.
I think there was something else I was going to ask you. Now I can't remember. After that, I've just lost everything.
You can come back after a while, Jay.
Maybe I will.
Chip
Well,
box.
we know you're
Chip
overloaded
box.
right now.
Chip box.
Yeah, they put the other seal in the chip box. They're getting ready to pull it out. I'm going to have to bring the paver in, make sure it's ready to go, because we may have to start paving before we can chip seal if the weather don't let us.
Right.
Because with a little bit of rain, we can pave.
We can pave, yeah.
Yeah. Chip seal, you can't do it because it wants to
There's no
snow
sense in
away.
waiting on.
Yeah,
weather.
we can't wait on the weather because
No.
we don't have enough time the way it is.
There was a new can put in on 400 North,
400
east
north.
or west of Stars. Star
Yeah,
Farm?
it was.
It's in bad shape.
Okay, I'll get them to go up and.
It needs Durapatcher up there.
Yeah, they'll go up there and they'll level it up and then they'll spray patch it.
And then 300 North, there's a can east or west of Harrisburg that has had pavement put on it.
They need more?
Last year. It needs spray patched to level it
Yeah,
up.
I'll get somebody up
It's
that way
pretty
too,
rough
yeah.
too. And I appreciate 500 or 550 West. They did a tremendous job on that up there north of Bentonville.
Yeah.
Spray patching that.
They usually, they take their time, they do a pretty good
Yeah,
job on it.
yeah.
They just got to pay attention to what they're doing.
But that was just the first time that it had been spray patched, and hopefully it's the last.
We've got one more can to do on 650 and we'll be ready for the paving season.
Okay,
We'll have to come in.
all right.
He got one done today and we got one more to do. Somebody hooked one with a disc and pulled it up. It wasn't one we planned on doing, but we'll replace it anyway and get it ready. That's all we can do.
And then you've got one marked on 550 West,
Yeah.
there by Francie Wilhelms, don't you?
You gotta get up there and get it too.
Seems like there was somebody else that mentioned a can. I'll think of it after I get home.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's all I got.
Is there anything else?
You have all the cans in on Tower Road and Columbia Road yet?
Yeah, that's 650 is what I'm talking about. It goes into Columbia Road and goes all the way down.
Okay, well, you see, here recently, every time I hear 650, I'm thinking north instead of south.
Yeah. This south of 44.
All right.
The other one. Way up north.
The other 650.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else for Jay? If you think of what you want,
Okay. Yeah, I'll
wave
send
at
you
me or
this.
something. And,
Thank you.
thank you. Bill? You have something for us today?
Yeah, I just got the small culvert inspection needs to be signed, council approved the money, and so I can get a copy back to company.
We
Really,
we
just
had a
needs
motion to
I think
approve
it just
it.
needs to be signed by you and stuff, and then whatever, I'll just need a copy.
The small can inspection.
Yeah, small structure.
Did-
Yeah, we got the money.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and the council approved it, and I got full approval, so. You guys want a copy, or you want the original?
Yeah, Jane will need the original.
Okay. I'll give it back to her.
If you only have one original.
Yeah, and,
Make sure
do you want to date it? And then circle the bottom one where we decide on the 37,000.
This one?
Yeah. And I'll email Leo a copy and give Jane back the
This is the
original. Get that moving. He said, talk like he could get started maybe next month, hopefully. Weather subsides. That's all I have from China.
Okay. Do we want to talk about, while you're up, do you want to do the community crossings grant? And get that out of the way then, on that. Diana, do you have the recommendation from Butler?
Butler's recommendation is to go with Globe. And I do not have those figures in front of me. If we could pull them from the minutes.
Yes. The Globe bid was $1,904,164.58. The Milestone bid was $1,982,861.50. And Dave O'Mara bid was $1,973,769.90.
Thank you.
And I think to add to the discussion that we do have to bring that bid within our grant approval,
Correct.
and we'll do that through change orders.
Yes.
And it has been a common practice
To do that. And what
throughout
I-
this year, evidently, with NDOT.
Absolutely. What I suggest today is we go ahead and approve the Globe contract with, we're going to add a section in there, rewording about the change orders that will be added in there. And we'll send that to Jeff for approval
For his approval.
before Gary signs the contract.
Okay. I'll move we approve the contractual agreement for the community crossings grant work this year with Globe, pending the approval of the change order work yet to be done between our attorney and Butler Fairman and the company itself.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
There's a motion made and seconded that we approve the contract with Globe pending some language change referring to our change order necessities, pending the approval of the county attorney on that language. Is there any other questions or comments? All in favor?
I
3 ayes. Thank you very much. Thanks, Bill.
I got one more thing, Bill. Lowell Rush was here at the other meeting. So can we get a letter off to the Army Corps of Engineers and the Department of Natural Resources and see if we can't get started on helping him with his problem on the
Just-
plugged up streams and stuff?
Just see what kind of advice they would give us, so we could do anything at all, or?
Just see what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
Especially Lick Creek
Mhm.
on our property. I mean, because I understand, I mean, if it
'Cause I don't
it needs
think we
cleaned
can
out.
do very much because of the way the government is on that, but we need to find out what we can do.
You can't do it mainly on our property?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
I mean, we're talking about private property owners having to take care of things, and we are a private property owner
Yeah.
as well.
See
If
if
we
we
need a petition through the county, we'll start one up or something.
Okay, yeah, I'll just see what we can and can't do on that one, I guess, and then go from there.
Jay, you had something?
I think on the private property part, if you can reach it from your bank and drag it out of the water, you can do it. But you cannot get down in the water.
You can't get in the water, I'm almost
Can't
sure.
get in the water when
They
it's
stopped
closed.
us from doing that.
Are you allowed to drag gravel out?
Not grabbing.
If it's dry, you can take the gravel out, the way I understand it, but if it's wet, you can't touch it.
Wait
So-
till August when it dries.
So if
So you can take trees out and stuff,
Yeah,
if you can reach it from the bank.
and that's pretty narrow, anything, I mean, it's not that
So
wide.
if you could do some investigating on that and see what you can come up with.
Okay.
Because we do need to take care of our own property.
Yeah, get it through there, and it's not that
And
far.
we are
from-
downstream from that bridge.
Yeah, it's not that
Bridge
far
9, so
down there from the bridge, if you get that.
But we'll have
the
to-
whole county's that way.
We'll have to find funding somewhere to maintain that.
It would help to know just what all the rules really are. You know, just because they were this way or that 30 years ago,
Yeah.
they may not.
Yeah, the thing
Lots
about
of
it,
Maybe worse now.
they change them on you overnight.
Yeah, they do. So,
Yeah, it may be worse now.
yeah. Well, I couldn't imagine it being better.
And they do spot you with satellites too, I know that.
Yeah,
That's why we got Fleming down there.
Really?
Yep, he was dumping stuff too close to the edge of the creek. He told me he had to take that out or he was gonna be $200 fine a day, $200,000 a day. Fine.
And they caught him by looking at him with a satellite.
With a satellite.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Is Bill Gray back there somewhere? All right. Michael, you have something for us today?
Just two things. Still working on the new firewall. I did get the health department's internet hooked into the firewall yesterday and tested the failover portion of the firewall, which was one of the reasons I wanted the new firewall. So the idea for that would be Metronet goes down, assuming Comcast is still working, which sometimes when that happens, both go down because the whole town goes down for internet. But if it's just Metronet that goes down, Comcast stays up. After about 20 seconds or 30 seconds of no internet on Metronet, the Comcast connection takes over. So the courthouse would still have internet over on the Comcast connection. And then I'm hoping once I can get this tested, it'll go vice versa. So the Comcast connection goes down for the health department, it'll get switched over to the MetroNet connection for the courthouse. So it'll be a reciprocal kind of setup. But I'm still testing that and gonna have to tweak it and that kind of thing. The other thing I've got is the quote there that I have from SCW for the 3 computers. I actually had asked for a quote for computers. These are the same computers that I got for upstairs for the courts. I actually want to get 12 of them total. I have this money in my budget. So 12 of those at $678.72 comes up to $8,144.64. I've asked other suppliers for quotes on these machines, but they say they're discontinued. The comparable prices that I've gotten for some other machines are in the $800 range, so they're obviously more money. So I would like to get tentative approval to go ahead and get those 12 machines. Now, if I can get them to give me these same machines for less money in the next week or so, I'll get them for less money. But if I can go ahead and get approval for the $678.72 for 12 machines each, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and get those ordered in the next week if I can't find any better prices. But I'm not anticipating it because, like I said, they're saying that they're out of stock and discontinued. And like I said, the $800 plus machines that they've ordered me out from the other suppliers has not been any better. They don't seem like they're actually any better machines for that matter. And I've actually been pretty happy with these for the upstairs, so.
So more expensive is not necessarily better.
Yeah, not for the ones that they quoted me anyway.
I have no objection.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll put that in form of a motion. I'll move we approve Michael's request to go ahead with the purchase of these
Up to that dollar amount.
up to that dollar amount.
There's a motion made and seconded that we allow Michael to go ahead and purchase 12.
12.
Is it? Of these computers for up to the price that he's quoted us, on these. If you can find them cheaper.
Yeah, so up to the individual price of $678.72, a total price of $8144.64.
Right. Okay.
So,
Is there any other questions for Michael? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes.
so, unless you got anything else for me?
I don't think so. Anybody? All right. Bill, I did have something I forgot to ask you about. The replacement, or the archaeologist.
Oh, yes, we'll have to do more study,
Okay,
so, and originally, I think last year, they talked about the county may be able to use the backhoe, but if Shane gets into chipping and sealing, they're not gonna be able to do it, right? Because it's gonna take 2 full days out there with them, so it reads like they'll hire a private contractor themselves, we'll have to pay for it, of course. Of course, we gotta get this done or the project stopped, I mean,
right.
the archaeological part, yeah.
So
it's
is
gonna
this-
happen.
Is this something that we need to try to encourage a local contractor, or,
They said they would find it if we can't provide one.
Can we have the highway do it?
Department, pardon me?
well,
Can the highway do it?
They could, but if he's in the middle of chip and sealing, you're gonna have a guy out there set all day because it's almost like 2 6-hour days minimum.
yeah, they're talking 12 hours,
Yeah, it's gotta have a flat bucket, no teeth, in order to,
and we don't have a,
No.
we don't have,
Radol's got a flat bucket, you can't take it off the road.
right.
so I
So,
don't think we could do it. But they act like they would hire somebody to go ahead and do it.
here,
That's just a guesstimate, $90 an hour.
yeah, there's an estimated cost for the total dig, $5,895.
Yeah, that sounds like their fee.
Plus the cost of
Yeah.
backhoe and
Backhoe's
operator.
1,000 something.
Was
If the
1,080.
contractor's $90
I didn't know
an hour,
whether
could
you,
be more.
did you get a copy of
Yeah.
this? Okay,
Yeah, I
all
read
right.
it
Now,
all.
they say you could weld a bar across your teeth too.
Yeah.
So-
But that one fee, I think, is gonna be standard, and then whatever cost for the backhoe is gonna be more. I mean, they just use the $90 an hour.
Yeah,
I don't know what one, it may be more than that. You know,
I don't know what a backhoe costs
But,
nowadays.
expensive.
Where you rented at?
Well, I mean, as far as contractor fees,
Yeah.
I don't know what, like Frank's or somebody like that would charge. It'd sure be nice if they didn't, they'd use one of our local people instead of, and that's why I wondered if we should,
Yeah, they'd act like they said they'll contact a local,
okay,
so
all right,
if they can get one available, set out there for 2 days.
okay.
Let me check, we might have a bucket for that back was smooth. I'd have to check, I don't know if it's still down there or not. We used to have a wider bucket for back, like a ditching bucket.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know whether we ever got one or not. I knew that.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's still there, I'd have to look.
Okay, all right. But I guess if it keeps raining, we got
Yeah,
time.
probably bush out.
Need a bucket.
Yeah. All right, I just saw that letter in my pile and I thought, oh, I forgot to ask Bill about that, so. All right, moving on then. Jeff, do you have anything for us?
I do not.
New or old?
What's that?
New or old? Of
Not
course.
new or old.
All right. Mike, do you have anything from the council? All right. Any mail that needs to be presented? I did receive a letter from the city on one of the properties that went to Commissioner's deed that was in violation of their city ordinance for cleanup, so we need to look into that and see what we need to do and what we don't need to do with it.
That would have to be one that didn't sell.
Yeah, and I got a confirmation letter or email from Sarah that it did not sell.
Okay.
So it is ours, property. So we may incur some costs there to get that to satisfy their ordinance. That's one downfall of the county owning those properties.
Yeah.
So there is negatives to it. But I think overall it was very positive because we got them in hands that we can get them back on the tax roll, the majority of them.
We got rid of most of them.
Yeah. So I think it was a win for us. Old business, we already took care of community crossings. The discussion with on DLZ and the invitation for them to make a presentation on the feasibility study. Do you have a date that you'd like?
I'm completely open on the date. I sent out an email on this matter, and we heard back from some council members. I think they were pretty much okay with any of the list of dates that was provided. I haven't had an opportunity to talk to council president. I don't know if he wanted, between him and you, if you guys wanted to agree on an acceptable date to do that, or not.
Why don't we,
Mike, have you give that any thought?
Well, as I said in my email, I can just, you have to pick a date because me traveling and customer visits and stuff, you know, I'll make my schedule work around whatever you guys pick.
okay. All right.
I can't just look at the calendar and say, you know, the dates you suggested that this works or that works because things pop up for me, but, you know, if you pick a date, then I'll work around it.
I know one of the dates was July the 2nd, and that's a council meeting night.
That's fine.
So, you know, you'd have to, I don't know what your,
You did an hour before or something like that?
I don't know what your agenda will look like on July the 2nd.
Well, I would just
Maybe
do it
better
an
just
hour
to go.
before the council meeting,
Maybe better just to go to the 16th,
or 4:30.
the odd.
It's fine with me. I mean, what do you think, Mark?
You at the meeting, let me know when it is.
All right. Well, why don't we just
I'm
set
open anytime.
the 16th?
At Sounds okay with me. July 16?
Did you have a time with
No.
her?
I
that
told
works.
them that naturally, most people would prefer an evening meeting. What time did we start
5, didn't we? I think
that
it was
other
5,
one? Was it 5?
I think. It gives them a little earlier opportunity to get back home.
Yeah. I wouldn't anticipate it lasting over an hour, I wouldn't think.
So if you want to go 6, that's fine too. I don't care. 6?
I think 6 would
Works better.
probably be more amenable with council members.
All right.
6?
That's something they're used to, yeah.
All right. Can you ask Jane to advertise a special joint commissioner council meeting July 16th at 6? And it'll be a DLZ presentation of a feasibility study for the our DOC needs. Okay. Do you want to get a hold of
I will send them a notification, and I would expect it would be all right with them unless something changes on their end.
please just let me know
Sure.
if that doesn't work for them. All right, then, is there any other old business that didn't get put on here by some chance?
We'll forget something, I'm sure.
Well, we've been known to.
That's
Just
the
put
whole.
subject to change down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, subject to change.
yeah.
All right, we'll move on to new business. The discussion of the animal shelter. I have done some talking with Joey. I know we've talked about the possibility of looking at going a different direction with the animal shelter and whatnot. I've talked with Joey. He and I have got some ideas, but we haven't got them finalized as far as how we could make it work and how we could budget it and so on and so forth. But I think we do need to have somebody appointed as an interim director currently, or meanwhile. I did talk to him about that, about possibly him being named as the interim. He told me he'd think about it, but he didn't. I have yet to have him get back with us. Now I can shoot him a text and see if he's got time to come over here, if you'd like, or if you have a different idea.
We need to get it out of the way, see if we can come on and talk.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a hold of him.
Michael Berger he's the only person up there right now. He's all on his own. And I spent on the phone some time with him last Friday night because he was in a tough spot. Now, Debbie Warner's here. I know Debbie's heard all about that. And we need to give him some flexibility.
We probably need to give him some overtime too, because he's doing 7 days a week.
I'll bet it was probably midnight before he got home last Friday night, dealing with all he was dealing with.
He's unavailable right now.
What could possibly be wrong with going ahead and naming him as interim director since he's the only employee there? He's the only guy there. And as time goes on, I haven't had any discussion with the sheriff about possibly including animal control or incorporating animal control with the Sheriff's Department. I think it's worth a look. We also need to evaluate any effect it would have on the cost of operating that department. And I wouldn't want to leave the city out of the discussion either, because
They pay for half.
they,
They're paying for half.
you know, they're supporting half of this operation.
Well, if we make any changes, oh, sure, certainly.
Yeah. I think
It would
it's
have to
worth,
include city.
it's worth a discussion, sure.
Okay, all right. Okay. But I think we all agree we have to have an interim. So it's whatever the board pleases.
I'll move we officially appoint Michael Berger as interim director of the Fayette County Animal Shelter, effective immediately.
Okay, I'll second it.
So motion made and seconded that we appoint
Michael Berger.
Michael Berger as interim director of the animal shelter, effective immediately. Is there any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes.
Can I
Okay.
make a comment, please?
Sure.
I'm Debbie Warner, I'm from the Fayette County Humane Society,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm here in support of Mike. I've taken several dogs from the animal shelter over the past few years. I just went up this morning and took in a small 4-week-old puppy that somebody had dumped on somebody's front porch. And Mike really cares about what happens to these animals.
Okay.
And not only do I support him as the Humane Society, but as a resident of Fayette County. I've lived here all my life, and I love animals, and I'm on board. Any way I can help him at the animal shelter, I'm there behind him and help him to do anything that needs to be done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
appreciate it. I agree with Mark as far as we're gonna have to make some accommodations for some overtime. We should be able to use, transfer
Some paid
from
Dave.
Dave's line item until
Yeah.
he's replaced.
Well, that'll be a discussion that'll have to be taken up with the council.
So we probably need to make that official request with the council for next meeting to
Yeah.
accommodate it.
Yeah, if they need to make any transfers or anything, they can do that on July the 2nd.
Yeah. So I'll get with Jane and I'll prepare a transfer request to accommodate any overtime needs, and he may have to, we'll have to pay him retroactive.
Well, we'll try to get a handle on what's going to be needed.
Yeah.
And we don't know yet how long he's going to be there by himself.
Okay, all right. Then we'll move on, if there's nothing else. It says here that we have a library board appointment. Are you familiar with that, since you're the library guru?
Well, I haven't read every book.
You better get busy.
Yeah.
4 years ago, the commissioners appointed Sarah Lee Plow to the library board, and I've worked with her since she's been there, and she's been a valuable member. And our meeting was Tuesday of last week, and I asked her if she was interested in staying for another appointment, and she said yes, she was. She enjoys the work. She's willing to stay if we're willing to reappoint her. And I have no objection. Sarah's been a valuable member of the board. I get
Sarah
along-
Plow.
Yeah, Sarah Lee Plow.
Are you nominating?
I'm,
And there's no codes or statutory
We can't.
that we can't reappoint? There's no term limits on the
No.
library board?
there is term limits, so it's 3 full terms is all by law you're allowed
And
to
this-
have.
This is only her first.
This would be
full-
her, if she's reappointed, it would be her
Second,
second.
yeah. She's only completed
Yeah.
one. Okay, all right.
And there's something I should clear up with the county attorney too. Since I am on the library board, should I abstain from making a nomination or voting on another member of the board that I serve on with?
Well, I mean, you're the board that appoints her, so I think you can vote. But in this case, if it make you feel more comfortable, maybe you could abstain and allow the other two to vote.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, but I want to stay within the
Right,
legal parameters of both jobs, you know.
right. Understand.
I don't think you stand to profit from it, so.
No, no, it doesn't pay much at all.
I was gonna say,
The pay's just right, huh?
Yeah.
with Sarah's appointment, does that mean you're gonna get a big raise or
Yeah, I'll go from 0 to double
Double
zero.
double zero? Okay. So is there a motion for Sarah's appointment?
I'll move to appoint Sarah Lee Plow for the library board appointment.
I'll second that appointment. Motion made and seconded that we nominate Sarah Lee Plow, renominate Sarah Lee Plow to serve a second term for a 4-year term period. Do you know the beginning date? Is it this month, June of
July 1st.
July 1st? Beginning July 1st? Is there any other questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Anything else pertaining to the library board that you want to?
We're open 6 days a week. Come up and,
They got a book sale on, don't they?
yeah, book sale starts Wednesday, tomorrow, so we always
They got a
have-
library or lawyer books up there too, probably.
Probably.
All right, and we already covered Lowell. Questions and comments. Is there anything else that we missed on the agenda?
I'll move to approve the claims and payroll.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded that we approve the claims and payroll as presented. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. 3 ayes. Here is the minutes.
Is that it?
That's it.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
Motion made and seconded for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Meeting adjourned. Did you?
You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I just have to keep up.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it.
That's